Cody Garbrandt is one of the most exciting fighters on the UFC roster today. He has accomplished quite a lot in a short amount of time in his young mixed martial arts career. So here is Fighter Origins Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt was born on July 7th, 1991 in Uhrichsville, Ohio. He was raised in a place with a respectable wrestling tradition. His father has been in prison for almost his entire life and had a tough upbringing. From a very young age, his mother decided both of her sons, Cody and Zach, needed constructive activities and got them involved in different sports such as baseball, football and wrestling. He stuck with wrestling and developed a great passion for it, as it was something he and his brother enjoyed. Whilst at elementary school, he was involved in wrestling tournaments and events. His mother gave her full support towards him competing in wrestling, but when Cody Garbrandt's uncle, Robert Meese, expressed his desire to get the boys to try boxing, his mother was reluctant to go ahead with it. Against the mother's wishes, his uncle would take both brothers to train and watch him fight. Cody Garbrandt properly started boxing training at the age of 15, and over the years, he had put together an amateur record of 32 wins and 1 loss. He won a wrestling state championship as a high school freshman in 2007, in which he received interest from Division I schools. However, due to his academic reasons, he attended 2 NCAA Division II schools before dropping out. His wrestling days came to an end as his heart wasn't into it anymore and wanted to pursue boxing instead. He was eventually asked by gyms to come in and help MMA fighters with their wrestling. This exposed him to the world of mixed martial arts and was hooked immediately. In need of a job, he'd done 7 weeks of coal mining school and received his certificate. He was offered a job with Consol Energy but rejected the offer to pursue his fighting career. He looked more into the sport and was inspired by Uriah Faber, who was the pioneer of the lighter weight classes. Cody Garbrandt used to watch Uriah Faber in the WEC, as well as watching his interviews, his lifestyle and his training videos. He has said in interviews, without Uriah Faber, he wouldn't have entered the sport. He put his full attention to mixed martial arts and took his first amateur fight at the age of 18, putting together an amateur record of 4-2. By the time he was 21, he made his professional debut, defeating Charles Kasenga by TKO in the first round at Pinnacle FC. Along his journey, he met a 5-year-old boy named Maddox Maple, who was diagnosed with leukemia. They quickly became good friends, and Cody Garbrandt promised him that if he fought through his illness, he will also fight alongside him inside the cage. Cody Garbrandt tweeted Uriah Faber, expressing what goals he wanted to achieve in his mixed martial arts career. Uriah Faber saw his message and then invited Cody Garbrandt to the gym. As soon as Cody walked into the gym, he immediately knew that this was the place he wanted to be in order to get better and to become a world champion. Cody Garbrandt had told Uriah Faber that he wanted to be in the UFC. Uriah Faber responded saying that he needed to have a professional mixed martial arts record of 5-0 and he would try his best to get him into the UFC. It took Cody Garbrandt less than 2 years to achieve this goal, and Uriah Faber delivered on his promise. In less than 2 years, Cody Garbrandt was 5-0 and had a UFC contract and was a full-time member of Team Alpha Male. He made his UFC debut against Marcus Brimage at UFC 182. In the fight, his speed and power was too much for Marcus Brimage, where he was able to get the TKO finish in the 3rd round. He next defeated Henry Briones, Augusto Mendes, Thomas Almeida and Takeya Mizugaki to earn himself a title shot against the UFC bantamweight champion at that time, Dominic Cruz, at UFC 207. Leading up to the event, many had thought that Dominic Cruz's elusive movement would play a big factor in the fight, but that wasn't the case. In the fight, Cody Garbrandt was able to catch Dominic Cruz coming in, dropping him countless times with his fast punches in the fight. After the 5 rounds, the unanimous decision victory was given to Cody Garbrandt, who became the new UFC bantamweight champion of the world. Cody Garbrandt has achieved so much in a short amount of time, and I believe we have a lot more to see from this young fighter.